Okay, so you have to undo the order of operations. And so the first thing that you're going to do on both sides is either add something to both sides or subtract something from both sides. So it's this number by itself that we have to undo, and it is a positive number. So we need to do the opposite, which is subtract. So subtract 3 from both sides. There's your knockout. So we have b over 9 is less than 1. Now we have to undo division. The opposite of dividing is times. So I'm going to multiply times 9 on both sides. Divide by 9 and times 9 are opposite, so that's a knockout. Now we just have b by itself is less than 1 times 9 is 9. The inequality does not flip. It would only flip if I was multiplying a negative on both sides or dividing a negative on both sides. So if it's less than, that is an open circle on the 9. B is everything less than 9. That less than symbol reminds me of a capital L. So a B is everything smaller or less. So 8 is smaller, 7 is smaller, 6 is smaller, and everything to the left. Left is less. So you would shade everything to the left of 9. So the first thing I'm going to do is draw my line. And that way I remember to do the same thing on both sides of the inequality. You're going to get rid of this plus 2, the number by itself, which is called the constant. Get rid of that first. And so I am undoing the order of operations also. So that means I'm going to either add or subtract something on both sides and then multiply or divide on both sides. So we need to undo the plus 2. The opposite of adding 2 is subtracting 2. And we do that on both sides. There's a knockout. We have 8x is less than or equal to 136 now. Then we divide by 8 and divide by 8 because this was 8 times x. Opposite of times 8 is divide by 8. And we still have the x there. 136 divided by 8. 8 does not go into 1. 8 goes into 13 once with 5 remaining. And then we bring down the next number. 7 times 8 is 56. And I'm finished. 17. X is less than or equal to 17. I did not have to flip the inequality. You would only flip the inequality if you are multiplying a negative on both sides or dividing a negative on both sides. So since it could be equal to 17, this means that it could be equal, then 17 is going to be a solid dot on the 17. Also, x could be everything less than 17. So 16 is less, 15 is less, all of the numbers to the left. Left is less. Once again, I need my line right where the inequality is, so I'll do the same thing on both sides. You're going to undo the constant, the number by itself, and the opposite of plus 2 is minus 2. So we're going to do that on both sides. There's a knockout. We have n over 3 is greater than negative 2. 0 minus 2 is negative 2. Now I'm going to undo the divide 3. Opposite of divide 3 is multiply by 3. And there's your knockout. So now n is greater than negative 6. Remember, you're thinking cards. For multiplying and dividing, negative card, positive card do not match. So there you go. There's your negative. And we do not have to flip the inequality because we multiplied a positive on both sides. You only flip the inequality if you multiply a negative on both sides or if you divide a negative on both sides. So the greater than symbol means that it's going to be an open circle on the negative 6. It cannot equal negative 6. It's only everything bigger than negative 6. And numbers that are bigger than negative 6 would be negative 5, negative 4. It's numbers to the right. And even 0 is bigger than all the negative numbers. And positive 1 and positive 2, all of these numbers are bigger. So once more, we have to undo the constant, which is this number by itself. The opposite of minus 2 is plus 2. So that's our first step. There's our knockout. We still have negative 2r is less than or equal to 6. Then we have to undo times negative 2. The opposite of times negative 2 is divide negative 2. Divide negative 2 on both sides. So the 2's go away and the negatives go away. The r is still there. 6 divided by 2 is 3. We're thinking cards because it's dividing. And the cards do not match, so it will be negative 3. Now, should we flip that inequality? Let's take a look at the rule. If you multiply or divide a negative number on both sides, flip. So we are dividing a negative number on both sides. So that means we do flip the inequality to greater than or equal to. And there is your final answer. So because it is equal, because it could be equal to negative 3, this is going to be a solid dot on the negative 3. And r could be everything bigger than negative 3. The bigger numbers are negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1, positive 1, 2, 3. All of the numbers to the right are bigger than negative 3. And that's all. So study over all of these examples and let me know when you're ready for your re-quiz.